All right, boys and girls, at this point in our work, you are ready to start learning about a current event report. My hope is that you have a notebook in front of you, your social studies notebook, so you can open that up to your current events section. I probably showed you that in the previous video on where that is. We will do some work in there, so be prepared to write in that section, which should be about the middle of your notebook. In any case, here's the introduction to a current event report. We know that in history, we study things of the past, but history is being made every single day. All right, so this is why current event reports are so very important. All right, throughout history, events have shaped the world we have lived in. This is obvious. Our current textbooks do a good job of covering the things that have occurred in the past, but what about the stuff that's happening right now? As we speak, history is being made. As a result, I'm going to assign you some articles, some newspaper articles, maybe some online articles to read. So to accomplish that goal of staying current with history, we must do current event reports. Here's the procedure for current event reports. I'm hoping at this time you have this document up so that we can use this highlight tool right up here and highlight some of the important things yellow. This will forever be on this document that you use and will always be a resource for you. You can see that we have our table of contents page here where we will put our current event entries, okay? And then if we scroll down a little bit farther, this would be on the same document where the instructions are, where we type up and do our actual current event report, all right? More up to the top to learn more about the current event report itself. The procedure is very simple. We are going to highlight, pick a news story of your choice. I will always allow you to pick a news story of your choice. It's pretty simple as that. I usually offer 2 to 3 options, and I am expecting you to choose a different one each time. So I'm going to encourage you to try all of these options. But shaped actually spells out sports, human interest, attitude or opinion, we call that opinion mainly, politics, economy, and disaster. You see how that says shaped right there. So all those things or events or topics create historical events in history. Step 2, let's highlight this. The second thing you have to do in a current event article is to read the article. As you read your article, you should be underlining and highlighting the main points that you might include in your summary. So let's highlight that. In a normal year, we would be cutting out and gluing in the article into our notebooks, and we would put this behind it. We are going to skip that this year. So let's add skip 2020, and I'll highlight that in red. All right, the next thing to do is to create a heading in your table of contents page, and this is going to be done online. Let's highlight that. This includes a few important details. Number 1, the title of your article. 2, the source of the article. Where did the article come from? Was it Yahoo News, USA Today, Newsella? Was it Junior Scholastic? I've got a lot of different sources up my sleeve. The third thing is the category. Okay, was it an opinion article? O, D for disaster, S for sports, HI for human interest, E for economy, or P for politics. Okay. More on that to come later on. The main ingredients are right here. You need to write a 5-sentence summary telling me the key details in your own words of what the article was about. In your summary, you're focusing on the who, what, where, when, why, and the how. Okay? The second and final paragraph that you're going to write is what I call the reaction. This must be 3 sentences long. It is simply your thoughts on the article and maybe how you feel. The things that we need to think about are making connections, okay? Can we make a text-to-text connection, a text-to-self, or a text-to-world connection? These are literacy skills we've been teaching you at Horace Mann and Shattuck for years. Finally, you will include an accurate map in your article, current events report. You can see that there are 5 standards that we are measuring for mastery, okay? Map skills, can you use and find maps correctly? Because that's an important piece. We need to focus on, by the way, finding a good map. More on that in the lesson to come. We need to be able to synthesize, that is taking info A, info B, and creating additional discussions, mainly adding to the discussion. Can we summarize what we read proficiently? Are we using proper mechanics? And are we able to organize the writing clearly in paragraphs? All right. I've provided some helpful examples, all right, of ways you might start off a summary paragraph and also ways you might start off a reaction paragraph. Okay. Lots of choices there. Feel free to use mine or to create your own. Down to the table of contents page. All right. We talked about filling in a heading. All right. Creating a heading. Putting in the title of the article, the source, and the category. The first article that you're going to be trained on is Joining the Men's Club from Junior Scholastic. So let's take a peek at that article very quickly in your current events folder. I'm going to pop this open. Let that load for a minute. And I can see very clearly that the title is Joining the Men's Club. So that's very easy to add in by typing. Okay? I need to find out the source. And usually in Junior Scholastic, if I may, I can zoom in using these fancy tools here. And I can see way down here in the bottom, April 25th, 2016, Junior Scholastic. So I'm going to jump back to my document where the heading is and where it says source and type in Junior Scholastic. The due date would be what is the date that the article report is due. Okay, simple. The category, I've got them all listed here from opinion, sports, human interest, economy, politics, or government, and disaster right here. Obviously, if we would read a little bit of this article, we're talking about money, and money has to do with economics. So we would put E there. Points earned, I will be the one filling that out for you. Okay? So boys and girls, that is your introduction to a current event. It's a piece of cake if you follow the steps, which are outlined right up here and which you have highlighted in your document now. Okay? You can stop the video now and be prepared to move on to the next thing.